Chapter 3. Outside of my parents, there had been only one redeeming quality in that town. Maddie. Madeline Chipper. She was the coolest. I still hear her in my head, in all her sassy, sarcastic glory. The gift that keeps on giving. If ever I had a narrator in my daily life, the commentary comes from my memories of her, my own personal little AI of all things awesome. I do my best not to overthink things. She taught me that. Not to read too much into any given idea because it was just a perspective of an entire situation experienced by multiple different perspectives. The less personally I learned to take it, the more all-inclusive my joy became. Nothing was personal. And so, everything was personal to me. She's still so alive in my mind. Most days, I forget she's dead as a doornail. It doesn't even feel right to say that. So maybe I take it back. Maddie was the first of her kind in my book. The only unicorn in that entire town, full of sickly dragons and greedy hobbits, who'd stepped out of her comfort zone to join me on the dark side, so to speak. I didn't have cookies, but I did offer her something no one else in that godforsaken place could have mustered up, or displayed publicly at least. Undivided loyalty and unadulterated friendship. The moment she joined me on the swings over recess, she accepted a red letter, right after I'd given Miss Kelly a bloody lip. It was a show of taking sides, and she jumped onto mine. Together, we took over. Soon enough, we were having so much fun together, it was like everyone else was begging to join our group. But because we knew how they had been, we did what we did best. We outsourced. The contents of that little fishbowl hadn't even thought there might be more water elsewhere. They were incestually pure in their connections, never straying far from their home for their friendships. Not one had imagined someone from a rival football team could be an ally, or anything more than competition. While we took pride in rooting for the opposite team with such consistency, we earned a space in their bleachers, honorary. Spiked hot cocoa and motivated hoots and hollers were the name of our game, and we brought them with us wherever we went. With her around, we were pretty much unstoppable. We could make friends with anyone. Maddie could make friends with anyone. Without her, I'd proven myself twice capable of getting myself into precarious situations and lacking proper allies to back up the confidence I jumped in with. I took comfort in the fact that that lonely period before had just been the precursor, the shadow before the wave of Maddie sweeping me into the best friendship I've ever had. I was banking on that happening again, and soon. Our most explosive shenanigans were mostly compliments of Maddie's parents' endless liquor supply. To this day, I doubt they know of their contribution. What we did was all in good fun and completely harmless, which is why it went unnoticed. We had a lot of close calls before that last one slingshot us into each our own worst nightmare. Again, I'm banking on a new dawn. Eyes ever forward. Those first recesses had become perfect opportunities to cultivate a love we shared. Since I spent so many years alone, friendless and thirsty for interactions, I'd taken up writing to quench it all, penning down interactions between best friends, whether they be frogs or toads, exploring their forest surroundings, or chickens exploring a barnyard, or detectives on their way to map out some unspeakable mystery. My diary had quickly become my best friend, along with my guinea pig, Dooley, which ended up being super fitting. He was a big roly-poly boy, overstuffed with love and any scraps I could get my hands on. By the time Maddie found me, I was all too happy to share my safe space with my greatest ally. She had a rat named Hector, and she loved to draw. We were peas in a pod. We took turns taking the reins, slipping each other secret notes to make the school hours go by faster. Hers with little doodles, mine with complimentary commentary over what the contents she'd drawn might be saying, and vice versa. Those evolved into full-length stories as we grew older and more sophisticated in our styles. I kept every single one. And on her last birthday, before we were supposed to graduate, I'd turned them into a scrapbook as a present. It looked professional. The final version was about as big as a Bible. Every story inside, a priceless gem.